Righto guys, going to try something a little bit different today. Been asked a question by a very good friend of mine, what are some good dry fire techniques that you can, do at home, especially in this current situation. A lot of us are stuck at home, can't get to the range. What are some things he can do to improve his technique without actually having to do live fire or the ability to do live fire? Basically, the first thing that came to mind was one, that's a long message to send out to him. I figured I'd be better off doing it in a way of a video, in which regards I thought, hey, I'll make one there. There might be a couple of you guys there who may either learn something off it and or you guys can teach me. Basically, the first thing that came to mind when he said, what are some dry fire techniques, was what was the time in my shooting where I found, bang, a light bulb moment to help me have the ability to learn, righto, that works, okay? Not necessarily with shooting prone or a barricade. Prone's 90% of my shooting. I enjoy barricade shooting, something I'm learning. I'm by no means an expert by it. Though, having the ability to understand the fundamentals of marksmanship and then apply that to a new position has certainly made my life a lot easier progressing from prone to barricades as opposed to hitting barricade with no idea what I'm doing. It comes down to, even though it may take time, hence why we practice, you can build a very stable position with nothing but body support, okay? So the first thing that you'll notice here is the fact that I do not have anything to lean my rifle upon. I'm using my front knee as a support. I'm locking my front elbow in there, allowing it not elbow on kneecap, as that is pretty unstable and rocky. I'm throwing a bit of meat and a bit of bone, something solid so that it is stable. Now, the first part about it is we want to be using our bone support, not to fight gravity, okay? We want to be using as little muscle as possible. So straight line, following my arm all the way down to my toes. Getting that reticle to naturally rest on target is the main part. On target. What we often try to do is get that reticle on target and try and time our trigger squeeze to where the reticle is correct, as opposed to having that reticle correct 90% of the time and having the opportunity to break the trigger when we want. The best way of testing it and why this is such a good dry fire technique, at least in my opinion, is for the fact that if you break that shot and that reticle does not stay where it is meant to be, something is not right in that system.